Well, good evening, everyone. Meteorologist Michael Wilhite here with Southern Indiana Weather. Thanks for logging on tonight and checking out our video. Tonight's video update is being sponsored by High Voltage Mobile DJ Services. And you can contact Nathan at the number here on your screen, 630-9465. There's his email, and you can also visit him at djhighvoltage.com. While you go over there, you can check out pricing. You can check out the awesome mobile stage that he has. Look at some pictures as well. He does a great job, so give him a call. Tell him Southern Indiana Weather sent you, and thanks for the support. All right. We have a little bit of potentially accumulating snow on the way over the next few days. It doesn't look like anything big at this point, more of a nuisance type of snow. Now, Kentucky may have to deal with a little bit more accumulations than we are, but we'll go through the data. First, let's go back out here to live radar, and I'll put this into motion for you, and you can see how this storm system is evolving. And let me draw on the map here, and basically what I want you to see is this whole swath of snow is pretty much going to move through Kentucky in a pattern similar to this fashion. And so really areas in this area may be looking at 1 to 2 inches of snow tonight. Officially, the National Weather Service has them under a winter weather advisory, but by the time you get here into Indiana, you know, you're going to be looking at less than an inch, probably far less than an inch, more like a dusting for most of us, if that. Now, we are really cold out there right now, so keep that in mind. Anything that does fall, it's going to stick. In fact, if I just turn temperatures on here already, you know, here we are at 6:30 at night Eastern time, 5:30 if you're down in the Evansville Central Time Zone. You know, it's 18 in Evansville, 16 here, and in Jasper, all the way down to 12 already in Washington, 14 up here around the Lawrenceville, Vincennes area at their airport, 16 in Bloomington. So you can see we're just cold, and unfortunately it's going to fall a little bit more tonight, not a whole lot more. Thankfully, it's going to cloud up and prevent us from falling a whole lot more tonight, but with these type of temperatures, anything that would happen to fall will certainly stick, so watch out for some slick spots along the road. Again, winter weather advisory down to our south, but here for our northern counties in Indiana, I don't think that we have much of anything to worry about. Certainly below an advisory level for us. Again, more of a nuisance type of snow. Let's put this into motion on future radar, and you can see how this system evolves. There it is, ejecting out of Texas and into Arkansas. Starts to push up here. And you can get the idea. Here we are by 6 in the morning, Eastern time tomorrow morning, and you've got a little bit of light snow breaking out into Kentucky. These lighter shades of gray, if you've watched our videos before, are just the lightest shades of precipitation. So these are snow showers, or we'd all be below freezing by that time, so there's not rain. These are snow showers. And you can see they broke out here a little bit into Indiana as well. That's why I say there may be a few slick spots tomorrow morning, so just keep that in mind if you're out and about traveling in the morning. Watch out for a few slick spots, but this isn't going to be anything significant for us. Then as we put this into motion, you can see the system just sort of exits out of the region and virtually falls apart as it moves on in time. Get another system that moves well to our north during the day on Saturday. I think during the day on Saturday will be in pretty decent shape. And then you've got another system here moving in for Sunday. Here we are by about 10 in the morning on Sunday, and you see looks like it skirts more into our northern Indiana, sort of skirts down here towards the Cincinnati area. Those of us here in southwest Indiana ought to be pretty much free and clear of this. Again, more of a nuisance snow. You've got those lighter shades of gray over us, which is indicative of some light snow showers and some flurries. Yeah, again, it could put a quick coating down, but I don't think we're looking at anything much to speak of accumulation-wise. Then as you continue to put that into motion and we go out here as far as future radar will go out, you see another wave moving in here by 1 on Monday morning, 1 a.m. That is Sunday night into Monday morning. Another wave that's going to move into our area as well. This wave is going to be, this looks to me like the most impressive of the waves, but again, very light accumulations expected with this. We talk about accumulations for what to expect with our high resolution model. This is out through Monday at 1 a.m. and as far as this future radar goes. And you can pretty much just see a dusting pretty much for our area. A little bit heavier accumulations to our south. The high-res NAM here does not bring those 1 to 2 inch totals down for Kentucky that the National Weather Service has seen. Some of the other models do. If we switch over to the GFS, well, the latest GFS actually isn't bringing those heavier totals like it was earlier either. You start to get into the 1 inch totals when you get to this darker shades of gray, then to 1.5 inches. The first blue starts the 2 inches. And really what you have is 2 separate systems tonight. You got one moving up from Texas, you got another one sort of moving up in here, and the one up here will affect northern and central Indiana. You get another system skirted to our south that's going to affect Kentucky. Here we are in southwestern and southeastern, the far southern part of the state, and we're just kind of sandwiched between the 2 systems, not getting much. So, and then this, by the way, comes all the way through 7 a.m. on Tuesday morning. So this covers all of the snow systems that we can expect the next few days. And very minor accumulations. Again, that's why I say it's just more annoying snow than it is anything. All right. If you go to our website at southernindianaweather.com, if you're interested in tracking this, click on Interactive Radar. We've got a great Interactive Radar product for you, and you can see here we are with the snow already in Arkansas. You can back this out to get it here at home, and you can put this in motion as well and watch it come our way tonight. If you are interested, we've got a lot of great products in the development for the future. We're working on developing a mobile app right now, and this radar will also be on our mobile app soon. It's in development. Hopefully in another month we'll have that out for Google Play and for Android as well. Well, the Google Play is Android, I should say, the App Store for iPhone. So that's coming, folks. Hang in there. All right. Let's talk about the pattern over the next couple of weeks as we go beyond just the next few days. If it's your first video watching us, that's what I tend to do, is cover the first few days and then really the second half of the video, unless we've got something major coming up that we need to take a look at. I tend to take a look at the pattern that we can expect over the next couple of weeks, and we pinpoint days that are interesting for things to watch out for. The good news is if you're sick of snow, I do see some snow opportunities, but what I see is a lot of annoying snows. As I put this into motion, here we come by on Saturday, and you see the system moving to our north in Indiana. Here we are by Monday, and just again, Sunday night into Monday morning, very light accumulations for us. Then high pressure sort of sits up shop over us, and by Tuesday we're sitting under high pressure, and we don't have anything. And you see some systems skirting to our north again. But as we come down into this period by next Thursday, what you see is a cold front moving through, which could bring us either some light rain or snow showers. Again, those details will have to be worked out. But again, it doesn't look anything impressive. We just got very light shades of gray here, indicating it would be very light snow showers, if anything, at this point. Continue to put this into motion, and you've got another bigger storm system brewing out here. And it looks like this pretty much skirts to our north again. We'll have to watch this. This does bring some snow showers down into our area. This is Saturday the 15th of February. Now we're going to have to watch that, especially because here we are on Valentine's Day, and we back this up. On Valentine's Day here, Friday, what you have is one little storm system moving out, and right now it looks like high pressure builds in. Valentine's Day might be okay, but the models are going back and forth on the timing in this, and if you're not familiar with the way models works, the longer you get out in time, the less accurate they are, shall we say. And so by the time you get out here to 180 hours, and we're already into the 15th of February, we're over a week away at this point. The model resolution is getting a little bit poorer at this time. So what we can look at for this time frame are bigger systems and patterns, so that we can keep an eye on them, but we can't pin down any exact details yet at this point. The models have been wavering on this system. Some days the models have been taking this into a fairly decent sized storm. Some days they've been taking it into a fairly minor storm, and they vary on the position. Is it going towards us? Is it going north? This particular run of the GFS takes it a little bit more towards the north. But you got a pretty powerful cold front here, and as you move this in, you got some snow to come with some cold weather on the way again along with this. So again, that's something that we'll have to watch, because this is right in that time frame right around Valentine's Day, which could put a damper on plans for some folks, so we'll keep an eye on it. Then as you continue on, the good news is we get a little bit of a warm-up again, and actually what you see with these low pressures moving in here, this would actually be good old rain rather than snow for once. And this is, by the way, we're looking at Tuesday the 18th at 7 p.m. So we could be looking at a little bit of a warm-up with that. As this moves through, you got a cold front that ejects and takes us down again. But then right behind that, you've got another system that moves through. That could bring us a little bit more of a warm-up, and so much of a warm-up that we will have to monitor this potentially for severe weather. Now, let me just show you this. The models have varied on this as well, but it actually takes us into the low 60s down here in parts of Kentucky and into the mid to upper 50s, potentially down here along the Ohio River. And you see a pretty sharp gradient here from 44 in Bloomington to 58 in Owensboro. So, we've got a pretty decent size temperature gradient here. Some of the earlier models actually pushed these 60s pretty far up here in Indiana. So we're going to have to watch that to see what that happens. And anytime you get a significant warm up in winter like this, you really have to watch out, because there's got to be something powerful that brings it with a warm up. Typically, it's a very strong low pressure system and a very strong storm system pumping warm, moist air up further south. And by the time you get these heavier by the time you get these big systems move in with these warmer temperatures, you end up with potential for some rough weather moving in. So we'll watch that. Potentially some severe weather here on the February the 20th, Thursday time frame. We'll see whether that pans out or not. Nothing is set in stone yet. I'm not making a forecast saying we're going to have severe weather. But again, this is just one of those storms that we're going to watch in coming days to see what develops of it. And then really, as you move out, some more chances for cold and light snow again. What else is new? As I said, pretty much wash, rinse, repeat. Looks like we may get a brief reprieve from this, but it doesn't look like it lasts for a while. But what you can see from this is a big ridge building in back here, and we'll watch for that to move over us. If we're lucky enough to get that over us, the signs are that we could, and by the end of February, maybe we might start to warm up a little bit more, because we've been in a pretty cold pattern. All right, let's talk about temperatures over the next 2 weeks. Normal, keep in mind, is 45 degrees, and we are bitterly cold for that. It forecasted, this particular GFS model run today, forecasted 16 for a high. We made it up a little bit past that. Keep in mind that this particular model does have a tendency to go a little bit on the cooler side. So that gives me some encouragement, especially as you get into the extended period and you see 47 could be on the cooler side. That would be pretty much normal temperatures for this time of the year by the time you get later into February. So that could mean more of a return to a normal pattern once you see 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 days in a row setting into that. It's encouraging for me to see that. I would like to see that because I really don't like these 20s and 30s. This has been a rough winter, and I know a lot of people have complained. We've had a rough winter. We have, but the truth of the matter is we just haven't been used to it. Winters used to be like this a long time ago, and we've been spoiled lately. But it does look like we got some cold weather still to deal with. I don't see anything necessarily below zero right now. No major polar vortex outbreak coming again. That's a good thing because we certainly don't want that again. But we got some cooler weather to deal with for the next couple of weeks, and then by the end of that couple of week period could be warming a return towards normal, and that would be pretty nice. This is for the Huntingburg Airport area. If we just quickly switch over here for the Evansville area, see pretty much the same thing, and then also for the Louisville area as well. So pretty much area wide, it is forecasting a return to near normal temperatures and maybe even a little bit above normal. Again, wouldn't surprise me to see these numbers go into the 50s because this model underestimates a little bit. All right. Taking a look at your 7-day outlook, go to southernindianaweather.com and you can hover over here and click on 7-day forecast. All right, for tonight, we're going down to about 15 degrees. I don't know if I would call it partly cloudy. We're starting to cloud up a little bit more. It's probably more clouds than moon tonight. Cold, 40% chance of light snow for us tonight. Again, minor accumulations, 1 inch is probably pretty aggressive, and that would be more for our southern counties, so towards the Evansville, Rockport, Tell City area, some of those southern counties along, cities and counties along the Ohio River. The further north you go, the less it's going to get. This is pretty much a Kentucky storm, but excuse me, all of us will run the risk for a little bit of light snow tonight. And again, it could have a few slick spots. Tomorrow, only a high of 32, cloudy with some snow showers possible. And then, hey, warming all the way up to a whopping 29 on Sunday with a little bit of snow. Again, minor accumulations possible, but really this whole weekend, as I showed you from the maps, again, maybe an inch or two at most this whole weekend for the most aggressive of us. And I think most of us are probably looking at far less than an inch, maybe just some light dustings out of these snows. Finally get some nice sunshine coming in on Monday, but it's a pretty cold day with that next cold front moving through. Down to 9 on Monday night. So again, we've got some cold weather to deal with. Snow showers again possible a little bit next week, but we start to warm up to the mid-30s after that. And then again, of course, as we take a look in the extended range, a return to normal could be possible within a couple of weeks. So hang in there, folks. The return of warmer weather is coming. I promise you it'll happen at some point. But unfortunately, it looks like we've got a little bit more of this to deal with. All right. So that's it for tonight's video, folks. Again, watch out for some slick spots tomorrow morning, but again, not that much of a big deal. All right, we'll have another one of these videos out tomorrow, and we'll go from there. For Southern Indiana weather, I'm meteorologist Michael Wilhite. Have a great night, folks.